Hey, you guys, come on in. While y'all are coming in, I'm going to share this broadcast. Let me share. Ooh, it is 2:22:22. What? That's a lot of twos, y'all. A lot of twos. Let me go share. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Come on in. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hey, everybody. Great morning. Listen, y'all, it is 2:22:22. Matter of fact, let me just put this up here because I need y'all to understand. It's 2:22:22, right? It's a whole lot of twos, and we're gonna talk about that. I probably should have did a separate thing, but I'm gonna mix them up just because of what twos do, right? So I'm gonna talk about both things and just hopefully you guys will get some insight into the significance of the day. Hey, how you doing, Stacy? Yes, Queens, New York in the building. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you? So y'all, let me start by saying today's the last day of our fast. Hey, 21 days. Oh God, 21 days to set focus and propel you into destiny. I don't know about you, but I've had lots of revelations. God has spoken to me about a lot of things, and He's done a lot of things in me, in my life, in my family, in my business, in everything. Like God has just been busting through walls, like bam, 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 just knocking them down. So I'm super excited about the fast. It has been amazing, and I am so incredibly blessed to have been on this journey. Now, check this out. If you joined us on the journey for the fast and you do not have a copy of the book, let me know. I've got a new batch of books that are coming in when today's Tuesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, they get here so that you can order your book. I can ship it out on Thursday, baby. Listen. Now, let me say ship it out on Friday. Ship it out on Friday because they should be here Thursday at the latest. Y'all, look, if you don't have a copy of Forward Focus 21, you need a copy. It is a devotion that you can use anytime. You can do it anytime. I need y'all to know that you need this devotion. So matter of fact, let me go ahead. I'm going to drop the link in here for you to purchase. And if you purchase today and today only, there'll be no shipping charged. No shipping. Let me see. Okay. I got to see how I'm going to do this. So today only, when you purchase Forward Focus 21, there will be no shipping charges. No shipping charges. Hold on, y'all. Let me copy this. I got to figure out how to get it over here. I know how to do it. Hold on. Let me do this. So that you guys can get your copy of the book. Send a copy. Airdrop. Here we go. All right. So today we're talking about several things, one of which is peace. We're going to be talking about peace. There we go. Bam. And just like that, there's the link. I'm going to put the link in the comments. It should be clickable. You should be able to click it. Hopefully you'll be able to click it and go directly. If not, you can copy it and paste it and be able to go directly to it. Okay. All right. Now, depending on where you are, you may not be able to do it. If you can't, go to my page, my personal page, Veronica Duncan Walters or Veronica Walters. You should be able to do it. And access it. Okay. So check this out, you guys. Check this out. I'm so excited. Today is the last day of the fast. It's the last day of the fast. And I told y'all I got an announcement later, right? Got an announcement later. I'll make that a little later. But right now, I want to talk about perfect peace. You know, it's an amazing thing when you've gone through lots of trials and tribulations. The thing that the enemy wants to take the most from you is your peace. He wants your peace. He doesn't want you to have any peace. He wants you to be in constant chaos and turmoil, feeling some type of way, all in your feelings, all of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So let's talk about peace. Today is day 21. Our word is peace. God will keep you in perfect peace. God will keep you in perfect peace. Isaiah 26:3 says, and this is the New Living Translation, you will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, if you can't focus on nothing else, focus on God, okay? Focus on God. When you're in situations where there's chaos, where there's confusion, where there's turmoil, focus on God. And as you focus on God, you're going to be able to stay in peace, because what you take the focus off of you and your emotions and the situation or the circumstance, and you put yourself in a place of peace. There's things you can't control. You can't control them and you can't change them. But what can you do? You can focus on God. You can focus on God. You can keep your mind on him. And as you keep your mind on him, he will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding and will be perfect peace. I'm talking about perfect peace. Good morning, Alita. Good morning, Kimberly. He'll have you in perfect peace. Now, this is the thing. I'm just going to read to y'all a little bit of what I wrote in the devotion, right? So y'all will know why y'all need to get one, okay? All right, here we go. The prophet makes clear that God will keep not just in peace, but in perfect peace all who trust in him and keep their thoughts fixed on him. Now, before we can really comprehend the magnitude of the scripture, we must understand what peace actually is. The dictionary has many definitions of peace. However, the one that leaped off the page for me was an agreement to end a war. I need some water on that. An agreement to end a war. What is peace? An agreement to end a war. When you're in chaos, when you're in turmoil, then listen, you need to agree to end that war, that turmoil, that chaos that's going on inside of you or around you or whatever. So peace is an agreement to end a war. Stop warring with people's opinions of you, views of you, thoughts about you. Why? For what? People are going to think what they think. They're going to feel how they feel. It's going to be what it's going to be. But you control you. You control you. Only you can control you. So if you want God's peace, stop warring. If you want God's peace, stop warring. Did y'all hear what I said? Some wars you can end. How do you end it? So let me tell y'all this. One of my sons is a debater. That's his personality type. He is a debater. So what does that mean that he likes to do? He likes to debate. Always wants to debate stuff. Always want debate. It doesn't matter what it is. He's gotten a lot better. Okay. He's gotten a lot better because it used to be like really bad. So what I had to do with him was agree with him. It didn't matter what he said. You're right. He'd be like, no, mama, but for real. No. I'd be like, you're right. And he was like, no, you're just saying that so that I can stop talking. You're right. Whatever he said, I simply agreed with him on. Okay. Did it hurt me? Did it take anything away from me? No, but what did it do? It brought peace. It ended the conflict. It ended what could have been a debate. It ended confusion. All I did was say, you're right. Now, for some of us, that's challenging because we feel as though our pride is being destroyed when we agree. No, it's the principle of the matter. I don't care about the principle on a lot of stuff. Some stuff, it don't matter what the principle is. What matters is peace, my peace. If you don't want your peace, that's fine. You ain't got to have your peace. I want my peace. Peace of mind, my peace. When I want to give you a piece of my mind, instead, I get peace of mind. So I ain't got to give you a piece of my mind. See, our need to give people a piece of our mind is rooted in our need to express ourselves, articulate ourselves, be right. Sometimes it's rooted in pride. Sometimes it's rooted in resentment. Sometimes it's rooted in anger. Sometimes it's rooted in, listen, I just need them to know. Because somebody didn't know, somebody took advantage of you, or somebody said crazy stuff to you. And so you got to make sure that everybody from now on know, don't try me, don't try it, right? Meanwhile, you at war constantly. Anyone who is constantly at war with other people needs to find their peace. And that peace comes by making an agreement to end war, even if the agreement you make is with you. Sometimes you got to agree, like, hey, I don't have time for it. I just don't have time for it. I have no desire to do it. I'm not fighting you, right? It's just like if you, okay, so y'all may not have ever experienced this, but I have, right? You're in a relationship and you feel like the person is cheating, or you found evidence that the person is cheating, or you know that the person is cheating, and you're talking to them about the cheating, and they're saying, I didn't cheat. You don't have any proof. Why would you say that? And now y'all are arguing and battling. For what? For you to be right? If you know you're right, you're right. Well, why are you arguing with them about it? Because you want them to admit it. You think they're going to admit it? Most people aren't. Most people will not admit that they're cheating. They're going to swear up and down that they're not cheating. They've never cheated. Like they've been fake. Like they're going to say all that stuff, right? And it may be true and it may not. But what good does it do for you to engage in a huge battle about it? Are you going to be any better off? Either way, you got decisions to make. If you think they're cheating, you feel strongly that they're cheating, or you found evidence that they're cheating, either way, you got to decide what you're going to do with that information. And if you ain't going to do nothing with the information, what you arguing about? If you're just going to stay in the relationship, why are you even bringing it up? If it's not going to be any changes made, what's the point? It's futile. You just arguing for the sake of arguing to try to get somebody to do something that they may or may not do, which may or may not affect your choice. Whatever you gonna choose that and go on about your business. What you doing? Why? So I don't understand sometimes the things that people do. Like, look, what I'm not getting ready to do is be arguing with you about something repeatedly. Now, if we got to argue about it repeatedly, something gonna change. Something got to change. And most of the time, because you can't control the other person, the thing has to change is you. You have to change. So I make decisions to not engage in some debates. I remember people would be talking about whether or not women should preach, or whether or not women should pastor, or whether or not women should this, and whether or not women should that. There was a time when I would debate you on that mess. I'm going to debate you. I'm going to pull out the scriptures. I'm going to show, Then I got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm not arguing with you about this. If you don't believe women should pastor, don't have a women pastor. If you don't believe that women should preach, don't listen to women preachers. To me, that's a quick fix. But there are some people who like to debate for the sake of debating, to argue for the sake of arguing, and they want to draw you in and have you all worked up and your nerves all bad because y'all going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When the truth of the matter is, anyone can make any argument and try to invalidate the argument of another. Come on now. So what is the point? I'm not doing that. I made a decision that I wasn't doing that. If you felt that way, okay. If you believe that, okay. You have a right to. So the moment you do that, you begin to take away the power of argument, the power of debate. Look, truth is, some people are never going to see your point of view. Either they're not going to see your point of view, they're not going to agree with your point of view, or your point of view doesn't matter. Either way, you keep going on and on with it, it's not going to change anything. Right, Alita? Yeah, it's our ego. Yeah, it's our ego. Our ego won't let us lose or feel like we're losing or look like we're losing. So we got to keep going. For what? I want peace in my life. And because I want peace, I have to choose peace because I could choose something else, y'all. Because listen, I can argue with the best of them. And I'm pretty smart. And I can come up with some very strong, logical arguments. Okay? My tongue is sharp. Cut. But what's the point? After you done cut somebody up, now what? Now what do you do with that? What happens to the relationship? What's more important to you? You know, one of the probably the strongest places that you see this, I got hot, y'all. One of the strongest places that you see this is in families. Families will argue. Listen, at the end of the day, you still family. So what did you just accomplish? Right? You know, you create situations where now the family is just in conflict and in battle. Listen, agree to disagree, keep it moving. Exit stage left and keep it moving. Stay and say you're right, but keep it moving. Whatever you're going to do, I personally choose peace. That's my choice. I choose peace. I don't have time for it because I've got things to do. So, and this is the other thing. Have you ever noticed that the people that like to argue all the time are the people that don't really have nothing going on? Why you want to just argue? Oh, you don't have nothing else to do. I got other stuff to do. So if you don't have nothing else to do, I'm not going to sit up and get caught up in your argument. And now I'm all emotional, in turmoil and stuff. And I still got stuff I got to do. No. The way that we operate in perfect peace is we keep our mind on God. We put our trust in God. Listen, when we put our trust in God and we trust him to sort out anything that needs to be sorted out, to fix anything that needs to be fixed, he knows how to do that when we don't. So sometimes you just need to. Okay. And make a determination. Yes, Marcus, agree to disagree and keep it moving. Life is too short. And I've become the queen of it. I've become the queen of agree to disagree. Now, listen. Listen. I'm going to share something with y'all. The day I left home, my husband left the house and didn't go back, right? That day. We were having a conversation. At least I was trying to have a conversation. And I asked him a question. And he just looked at me. I'd asked the conversation before. Sometimes he would just look at me. One time he went off on me. I said, okay, you know what? You don't ever have to worry about me asking that question again. I'm not asking it again. By the time I done asked the question 4 times and none of the times you can give me an answer, you don't feel that it's worth an answer. You don't feel I'm worth an answer. Why am I here? For what? Nah, I'm good. And I simply left. I left. I didn't say I'm leaving. I didn't say I'm not coming back. I didn't say I'm leaving you. I left and went to work. And then when I got through working, I went to one of my daughter's houses. And I didn't go back. Now, some people could say, well, you didn't even tell the man you was leaving. The man didn't even call me to see where I was, if I was okay. So what? This is what I know. I know what I'm willing to continue to deal with and what I'm not. And that's what you got to know. Once you know that, then you don't have to get consumed with winning the debate, with what they think, with what they believe, with what they've said, with how they feel, with how they're treating you. Listen, you decide for you what is acceptable for you and do that. And if it's not acceptable for you, why are you still just for what? For what? You gotta learn how to identify your peace, keep your peace, maintain your peace without giving somebody a piece of your mind. And that's hard. Listen, I know it's easier said than done, y'all, because I know you want to naturally tell somebody why you feel the way you feel or what's wrong with their logic. And you can try it, right? But if it's not moving in a productive direction, why continue it? I just I had to get to the point because honestly, real talk, um, I like peace. Like I like peace. I am a very loving person by nature. I'm loving, right? It's who I am. I'm going to love on people. I'm going to positively affirm people. It's who I am. It's what I do. And I want to be at peace. I want to be at peace. If I got to disrupt my peace, I'm pissed about that. I'm pissed that I got to disrupt my peace. I will disrupt my peace when it is necessary. But if it's not something that's necessary, I'm not going to. I'm always going to try to resolve things in a peaceful way. I'm always going to try to resolve things by going to the source. Let me not say always, because sometimes it ain't worth it to me. If it's not worth it to me, I'm not going to do it. If I don't feel like it's going to move anywhere, if I already know the person has an attitude or whatever, I'm not wasting my time or energy like that because I have other things that I can do with it, right? But if it is a relationship that I value, I'm going to try to salvage it and have a conversation, even if the conversation consists of me apologizing just to bring peace. Not because I was wrong, but just to bring peace, right? But listen, if it ain't gonna bring no peace and it's not worth it to me, I'm gonna leave it alone. So that's what I've learned. I mess with who I mess with. I fool with who I fool with. And I don't fool with who I don't fool with because I don't have time for that foolishness. I'm not fooling with your foolishness because you just want to be foolish and argue and stuff. I'm not doing that. For what? Now you got me out of character. I've even cussed you out and laid some hands. I don't have time for that. I ain't got time to be cussing folks out and laying hands. Okay? Because if you keep fooling with me with that foolishness, I might turn around and act a fool with you. And if I act a fool with you, I'm not gonna act a fool in vain. I remember in one of my marriages, my husband, he kept poking me and trying me, right? He was verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, and spiritually abusive. He was not physically abusive, right? He wasn't all the way crazy. So he wasn't physically abusive, but verbal and emotional and spiritual abuse is some of the greatest abuse that you can experience because there are no scars that can visibly heal. Okay. So I remember we were supposed to be working on our marriage and there was someone that he was not supposed to be talking. That was the agreement. He wasn't going to talk to the person because we were going to work on our marriage. Okay. That was the agreement. I'm like this, y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all how I am. Listen, if a nooker wants somebody other than me, go do that, right? Go do that. Let me go. Because I promise you it's a lion waiting for me. So you go do that, okay? I'm not trying to make nobody stay in no marriage with me, in no relationship with me, in no friendship with me, in no business with me. I ain't trying to make nobody stay with me that don't want to be with me. If you don't want to be with me, God bless you. I release you. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we absent from one another because we get ready to be absent. Well, this particular time, he has said some crazy stuff to me. And he was like, yeah, and so-and-so ain't gonna be there no way. I was like, okay, that wasn't why I wanted to go. Like, I wanted to go spend time with you. Well, they ain't gonna be there. I said, well, wait, how do you know they're not gonna be there? Because I talked to, I thought we agreed that you weren't going. Well, I did, and you can't tell me what to do, and you know, da 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 da. He was talking to me real crazy and reckless about the mouth. I said, he done lost his mind. I done been patient and loving and kind. I done covered and let love cover a multitude of sins. But he done took me to the place where I feel like, okay, something is going to happen. I remember I threw my phone at him. I threw my phone at him. I hit him too. Because if I throw something, I'm going to hit you. Know that, okay? So I threw my phone at him and hit him. And he said something crazy. So then I done grabbed him by the back of the neck and it scratched him. He's like, oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, you going to jail. You going to jail. Oh, why did he say that? I said, oh, if I'm going to go to jail, I ain't going to jail for no scratch. So since you said I'm going to jail, since you want to call the police, let the police come for something. I went in the kitchen and I got a knife. Yes, there's a crazy side to Dr. B. That's why I try to tell people, leave her be. Don't bring her out. Let her stay asleep, right? So he woke her up all the way up. She was woke and lit and ready. She didn't care that he was bigger than her. She didn't care that the kids was in the house. She was finna, I'm going to jail. Oh, let me go ahead and draw some blood for real. Let me draw some blood for real. Since we want to go there, let me draw some blood for real so you can bleed it out. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's something to go to jail for, right? So I got the knife. I got the knife. I had the knife. You would have thought I was in a horror movie. You would have thought it was a Lifetime movie. What's the show where the women, the people lose their mind? Yeah, all that. Like all of that. He was getting ready to die that day. So I had the knife. I was going towards. He grabs my daughter and puts her in front of him. They're like, get your mama, get your mama. She crazy. She crazy. No, I'm not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. You want to talk to me crazy. So since you want to talk to me crazy, let me give you some reciprocity in what you're doing. So my daughter was scared. She had never seen me like this. My kids had never seen me like this. They'd never seen me act like this. In fact, I hadn't really acted like that since I was probably in my 20s and I was dating this guy that was cheating on me. And some things it just don't do that. So anyway, he was cheating on me. And I said, okay. So I had the knife. My daughter was like, oh no, I'm getting out of the way. She told the kids to go get in the room. The kids in the room, they crying. They don't know what's going on. So she finally breaks free from him. And I got the knife and I'm getting ready to stab him. Well, he grabs my arm and he takes the knife out of my hand. Okay, I get away from him. I go in the kitchen. I come back with 2 knives. I'm a samurai now because I got 2 knives. Well, I'm going to kill you, Dad. I'm going to kill you. I got 2 knives, 1 in each hand, right? When I tell y'all that night, I clicked. Something happened in me and I clicked. I lost it. I was ready to kill him for real. I said, I will kill you dead, go to prison, have a whole girlfriend to protect me, and run a prison ministry. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. Who are you playing? Don't play with me. He took the knives away from me and I ended up having to leave. I was so angry and I was terrified that I was going to literally do something to hurt him that would have ended up with me going to jail and prison and all that. So I had to leave the house and I walked. I just walked. I was walking. It was the middle of the night. I'm walking down the street. There are not really any street lights. I'm just walking because I allowed him to destroy my peace, right? I allowed that. I gave him my peace. I gave it to him. I gave him my peace and I clicked. Now, eventually, I was able to go home, but he had to leave. Oh, you need to leave. You need to leave because you'll die. You'll die. For real. You'll die. So you need to just leave. Go to your mama's house. Leave. Because I'll kill you dead. Okay? And your whole family will be mad at me, but you will be dead. And I decided, listen, this is not the way it's supposed to be. Nothing is supposed to take my peace like that. I shouldn't be handing my peace over to anyone. And when you find yourself in a place where you're handing your peace over, that's a problem. That's a problem. You've got to be able to maintain your peace. God has given us the formula for perfect peace. Let your mind stay on him. Put your trust in him. He'll give you perfect peace. So I know it gets challenging, in relationships, when you deal with your kids, when you deal with your significant other, when you deal with people, it gets trying. And sometimes our ability to maintain our peace is limited because we don't have the extra resources that we normally have. When people are grieving, they don't. When people are really sick, they don't. Like, they're just situations when people are really tired. Like, when your cognitive facilities are not, or faculties are not, like, fully operational and engaged, when your body is weak, you are much more likely to operate out of character and outside of the realm of peace. But as much as it is within your power, live at peace. As much as it's within your power, live at peace. And when you find that you can't live at peace, live without. Live without. And it's okay to live without. But you got to know that there's something that God has that's specifically for you. Something that God is doing that's specifically for you. And it requires you to be in a place of peace to be able to fully receive it. So if someone is in your life and they disrupt your peace, you got to figure out another way to deal with them. Either you got to figure out another way to deal with them, or you have to not deal with them. Now, that's just facts. And as you do that, God will begin to do some amazing things in your life, because he's God. On this 22nd day of the second month of the year 2022, I want to encourage you to stay in God's perfect peace, because that is going to surpass all understanding. That is going to get you through the times when you don't know how you're going to get through. That is going to keep you from cussing somebody out, cutting somebody, or, whatever else. Okay. I cuss and cut. Those are my two. Cuss, cut, kick. Cuss, cut, and kick. I know it's not all C's, but the cuss sound. Cuss, cut, kick them in the neck. So you have to make a decision for yourself that his peace is what you're going to maintain. So today's affirmation, I'm going to give you the affirmation, and I'm going to, at 12:15 today, at 12:22 today, I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk about these tools, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do for this. It says, let me get back to the affirmation, y'all. The affirmation for today is, I will trust God and keep my thoughts and mind fixed and focused on him to stay in perfect peace. Let's stay in perfect peace, okay? Because that is going to allow God to move some things in your life and move some people out of your life, because sometimes that's necessary. You all, I'm getting off here. I'm not going to be on here all morning, okay? But know this, that God absolutely loves you, and it is his desire that you have peace. I love you. I'll be back at 12:22. I'll be back, and I'm going to talk some more about these twos that are operating, the power of the energy of two, and something special that I'm offering today. Look, I love you guys to life, and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. I love you. Mwah.